The Allpowers R1500. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, hello, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for taking the time out to click on the videos and check the channel out. Yes, I know it's another product review video, but it's part and parcel of YouTube these days. You get a few companies who obviously like what you're doing, and they get in contact and they ask if they can send you a product to review, and you have a good look at them and you think, right, which product suits my customers or my viewers best, and this was one of them. Yes, I know there's a few videos before I've done the Avery power unit, the power station. Very good product, brilliant bit of kit. But when Allpowers contacted me as well, I thought I looked into them, and again, what I can gather, brilliant manufacturer, brilliant equipment, and I've seen some really good reviews out there. So I said, yeah, send it to me, and I'm happy to have a look at it. So yeah, full disclosure, I have been sent this along with a solar panel to review and give my thoughts on it. So winter time. Blue sky today, and if you can see blue sky up there, I just moved the camera. Look at that. So we've had a bit of a cold spell lately in the winter, and with that we had a few storms as well. And with the storms we had a few power outages, and notably up the road here, up the valley, the power was off for about 3 to 4 days. So this come in handy, along with the other power units I got. Kept a lot of things on. Now luckily ourselves, we escaped most of the power outages. Yes, it went off for a small period of time, but like I say, a few of the houses on here, they went off for 3 or 4 days. And that's where something like this can come in handy if you've got that ability at home. So when our power went off, I grabbed one of these units, plugged the router into it. We had a TV, DVD player plugged into it. So we had the Wi-Fi on, broadband, TV, DVD player, so all that sort of stuff. Kept the kids entertained, you know, with the phones, the gadgets. Now if the Wi-Fi went off and we lost the internet, I think we'd have anarchy in the house, especially with the teenagers. But as it is, something like this, that kept it going. Now this particular unit, the R1500 from Allpowers, it's not the biggest unit you can get out there, biggest power bank, and it's not the smallest. So some of the smaller ones, I've got a small Jackery, which is like a 500 watt, fantastic for carting about. I use that for down the parachute shelter for lights and charger phones, that sort of stuff. This thing is a little bit bigger, so it's not really for backpacking, but ideal for a vehicle or as a backup at your home. The Avery one I had, that's slightly bigger again. That's a 2,500 watt unit, so very similar size to this one, but a bit more power. So like with all these power banks, you can get different sizes to suit your needs. So what I found out with this one, you'll run basically most gadgets and gizmos at home. So your batteries, your lights, TVs, like say your DVD players, for charging your phones, torches. I've even got a drone charge up on this. So we run all them sort of things. Like I say, it's that mid-range sort of size, so it's not too small that it's useless for most things, and it's not too big that you can't cart it about. Now I've seen a few videos where people have moaned a little bit about carrying this thing. The handles aren't the best, but you can see it's not too heavy, and the handles, yeah, they're pretty deep. Some people have moaned that you can't carry it one-handed, but you know, who's going to carry one of these one-handed, isn't it? But you get 2 hands on that, you can shift that about, no problem. So all I'm going to do, I'm not going to talk too much about it. There's only so much, like you say, you can talk about these things. I'll put a few things in just a test out to show you that how we can charge. I know it's not terribly exciting, but we'll do some of the features first. So on the front, push the on button, just hold it down for a few seconds. As you can see, it's got a nice display there, showing 100% at the moment. And as it's zero output, it says it's going to last 14 days at this. I don't know what was going to discharge the battery in 14 days, but so zero output, zero input, so it's all there display. So again, it's really nice display, easy to figure out, easy to use. And as you can see, it's quite a nice, well-designed unit, isn't it? So on the front, we've got 2 USB-A sockets. So they're 18 watt, so charge most of your devices these days on USB. And you also got the USB-C, and they're at 100 watts, so really good for fast charging. And a lot more things now being brought out electronic-wise are using the USB-C ports, aren't they? So as we're just talking about the USB ports, I charge my battery pack for my drone. That'll go in there. So once you plug your lead in, all you're going to do is push the button, and that will start charging. As it is, both batteries are fully charged, so it's not doing much really. For the USB-A, I got this PMR walkie-talkie. You can plug that in. So that's flashing, that's charging. I think it's charging on the display. And when you plug your leads in, it does show you on the display what's currently being charged on the unit. So on this side, you've got a 12 volt DC outlet, like a cigarette lighter. So again, you can plug all sorts of things in here. I've got a CB radio. And as you can see, that's now working. Also, you're not going to pick up anything, there's no aerial to it. But just to show you that it does work. And again, that shows you on the display what's plugged in. So, little devices, let's say torches, USB devices, your walkie-talkies, batteries, CB radios, all them sort of things, this will charge at no end. And you're talking hours upon hours and hours of charging on this sort of size unit. So something like that is very handy if you're going off in a truck, 4x4, or you're in a camper van, or you're going to a campsite where you're going to lug your kit about everywhere, where you can take a unit like this and you'll be safe in the knowledge you can take all the devices you want, and you've got plenty of storage here to charge all your devices up. So we just unplug all them. Now what else have we got in the front? We've also got 4 outlets or sockets for 240. Well, it says 220 to 240 volt. So this is at 1800 watts. So you just got to bear in mind, whenever you plug it in, doesn't exceed that 800 watts, and it should, in theory, run it. It has got a 3000 watt booster. So if something needs that initial boost, it will do it up to 3000 watts. And each of these sockets have got like a rubber covering. So I suppose it's a waterproof sort of covering. They are a bit fiddly to get open. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll plug some stuff into there now in a minute, and we'll test them out. Now this is a really good feature which I didn't find on some of the other power stations. On this side we've got some ports just under this flap where you can link other Allpower power stations with these ports, and you can have multiple power stations linked together, which will obviously give you more and more power to charge bigger and bigger things, or smaller things for a longer period of time. So a really good feature, and it's just an extra bit of versatility where you could, like I say, link more power banks together for more options. Now on the opposite side, again underneath one of these push flaps, you've got your inlet for your 240 charger lead, where you can plug this in at home and charge it up. You've got your inlet for your solar panel, and you've got your overload protector trip switch. So if this trips off, you might want to press that to reset it. And on the top, a really good feature which I haven't seen on many other brands are 2 wireless charger outputs. So you can just get your phone or device, put that on the top, and that will charge it up wirelessly. Now obviously the unit comes with full instructions and a warranty, so you can learn a lot more about it. I'm not going to go into too much detail today. I'm a bit lazy looking at the instructions, but I think there's an app you can download. It has got Bluetooth and Wi-Fi capability, you know, if you want to connect your phone to it. So there's all that sort of gubbins, but yeah, I just want to plug stuff in and see if it works. So another feature, as it says in the book, if you was prone to power outages or blackouts, and you've got some serious equipment at home that you don't want to lose power to, plug this into your wall, and then plug your device into this. So if it was a power outage, your device, whatever it is, it could be, you know, someone on oxygen, or it could be a heart monitor, or it could be just your computer using it at home for work. If that power goes out, this thing automatically kicks in milliseconds, so you will not have any disruption in your power going to that device. How long this will power that device for, well, that'll obviously depend on how much energy or how much power that device needs. We've tested a few small items, some batteries, charging, all that sort of stuff, walkie-talkies. We'll plug a few things in now into the 240. Now I try and be a bit realistic. What do you plug into it? As I say, if you're thinking TVs, DVD players, very little power, unless you've got like a 50-inch screen TV. Obviously it'll take a little bit more power, won't it? But if you're just talking your normal TV, your DVD player, your household devices. A lot of them, they don't need a lot of power these days. Batteries for power tools. Again, you could be out in the fields, in the woods, doing a bit of maintenance, and you need your power saws, your power drills. Charge all your batteries you want. This is 18 volt battery. Hit the button. That's now charging. And you'll see on there that the output now is 139 watts, and it'll run this for 7 hours. So that battery charging will do that for 7 hours, even though the battery charged about half an hour. So you can charge several batteries up on this. Power drill, I think it's 900 watts. So we plug that in. So there we are, yeah, runs that. Quite a big drill, 900 watts, and it says it'll run that for about an hour. So yeah, that'll take a bit of juice out the battery. But if that's all you had, and you had a small job to do and it's in the middle of nowhere, and you had a unit like this, yes, you could take a little petrol generator down with you. But if you only had a small job to do, yeah, this is ideal for that. Sit! You stupid dog. The mad dog. Now, for my next trick, for the next thing I'm going to test, is something which I don't think is going to work, and that's paint stripper. Now anything with a heating element, it takes a lot of juice, a lot of power, and this paint stripper is 2000 watts, so really this thing's not going to power it, is it? Yes, like I said, it's got that 3000 watt booster, but I don't think it's going to run a 2000 watt device. Right, so it's plugged in, power on. So if I turn this on, oh, running it. Yes, just running it, no problem. It won't run it for very long. Plane going over somewhere. Dog's going nuts with a plane flying over. So yeah, it's running that. And it's using about 1600 watts. Even though it says 2000 watts on there, it's only using about 1600 watts. But it was using the battery store pretty quick, and I think you had about half an hour at this sort of usage. But it ran it nonetheless. I was pretty impressed with that. Now ideally these things are used for, say, camping, going off-road, your camper vans, you know, in-house if the power goes out. So you're not really going to use them for power tools as such. So you're not really going to use them sort of things on this sort of battery. I wouldn't anyway. If I was going to do some major jobs and then no power, I'd get a generator. Saying that, really impressed with that. So what I'm going to do now, I'll get the solar panel out so we can have a look at that. While I'm setting that up, I'll hand you over to Lee in the house. We'll test this out on some of the household appliances in the kitchen. Over to you, Lee. Right, so here we are in the kitchen with the Allpowers. So as I've done previously with the Avery, I'm going to test out with the kettle. So we'll just plug that straight in. Now even though this has got a 3000 watt boost, I don't hold much hope with this powering the kettle. Because it's only an 1800 watt unit, the kettle itself is like 2500 watts. But who knows, we're going to give it a go, isn't it? So put the kettle in, plugged on, power on. Hit the button for the sockets, 240. Right, so here goes nothing. The light is on in the kettle. No, it stripped it off. So there we are, it's not going to power that kettle, but I didn't think it would anyway, because even though it's got a 3000 watt surge, this kettle runs on 2500 watts. This unit is designed to put out 1800 watts maximum, so There was a slight chance it might run it, but I was pretty sure it wouldn't. And there's the proof. Yeah, it's not going to run that kettle. So what I'll do now, I'll test it in the microwave. I think the microwave is about 800 watts, so it should power that, no problem. Now, my last video I done with the Avery power unit, someone said on the comments, oh, you shouldn't be using a microwave with nothing in it. I don't know what sort of difference it makes, you know, using the microwave for 10 seconds if there's a bowl of soup in it or not. But I'm not going to put anything in it. I'll just put it on for a few seconds just to see if it runs it. So that's on, power on. So the light comes on in the microwave, so it's obviously power going to it. Let's go on quick start. Yeah, there we are, it's running in the microwave. I don't know if you can see that. I'll just stop it, you know, just in case I get a comment again, oh, you shouldn't be using a microwave, nothing in it. But yeah, there we are, it works, isn't it? But I knew it would because that's only an 800 watt microwave and this will put out 1800 watts. So there we are. Lee, back over to you. Cheers, Lee. Right, there we are, we're back outside. As you can see, the solar panel, really big size. I think it's 200 watt panel they sent me. It's the APSP033 for those who are interested. Yeah, really good panel. Say, opens up really large and it compacts, in this case relatively small. So good for carting about. Loads of leads come with it. Loads of charge leads, different ports. This is apparently a standard port. You've got this one with all several different attachments to it. Plus you also got a lead where you can charge your car battery up. The only problem I found with all them leads, I couldn't find the right one that fits this power bank, this power station. So yeah, this is supposed to be the standard one, but I couldn't get that to fit that import there. So I don't know, perhaps they sent me the wrong one, or they need to send me a further attachment for that. So there's not much I can say about the solar panel. I couldn't get it attached to that to get it to work. All I can say is it looks the bee's knees. It compacts relatively small and it opens up to quite a large solar panel. So I'm sure it'll do the job. I just need to get the right attachment to that. See if that or I'm doing something completely wrong and I can't actually work it out. If anybody else had the same issues or they know if I'm doing something wrong, put it in the comments below. So there we are, guys. There's the video. There's everything you need to know about the Allpowers. Well, what I'm going to tell you anyway. The Allpowers R1500. Bring a bit of kit. It will do everything you ask of it up to a certain level. It's portable. Like I say, take it just about anywhere except for backpacking up in a van or something, obviously. Do a few jobs around the house as well. The only other thing I can say about this, if you do want one of these, I'll put all the details below in the description where you can get yourself a really good quality, well-made battery unit, power unit, whatever you want to call it. So I'm not just outside reviewing this, I'm outside playing on my new drone as well, the DJI Neo. I bought it for doing YouTube videos and that, so I'm still getting a grips of it. But so far so good, so I see if I can take off without crashing it.
3, 2, 1.
It's coming down. There we are. So there's the video, guys. If you haven't done so already, please think about liking and subscribing, hit the notification bell, and if you do want to see some more videos, check that one out and that one, and I'll catch you again next time. All the best.